Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of August 11th through the 17th, 2025. So you originally had the rune called Pair Throw come out in reverse in your reading, and that is always a sign to me, if that's the only rune that comes out or if it's the first rune that comes out, that we have to stop and cleanse our energy. Okay, Capricorn, so you need to be really on top of energetic cleansing at this time. Every single day, make space in your day to either smoke cleanse, sound cleanse, or even just visualize beautiful iridescent white light or golden light just pouring through your aura, your whole home, office, car, whatever, and just clear things out. I also think that physically cleaning can go a long way when it comes to just getting some stagnant energies out of your house as well. With Pair Throw coming out in reverse, I would stay vigilant when it comes to keeping your energy protected against anyone else's jealousy or ill intention. Actually, it's funny, I have 2 pieces of lapis lazuli just on my desk today. I don't know why. I have no idea why, I just intuitively put them there. I'm a Capricorn moon, so this resonates, okay? Because lapis lazuli is really a great stone to keep on you when you feel like somebody is jealous of you or sending you evil eye energy, or even hexes, black magic, if they're doing it very intentionally. Even if somebody does not practice witchcraft, though, if they simply have a lot of strong negative emotions towards you, that gets sent your way. And so there's a message here of protecting your energy, Capricorn, this week, okay? At the time that you're watching this, especially, though, don't even wait for the week to begin. Start this now, okay? So anyways, I put Pair Throw back, took that message with it, but you have Manas coming out as a representation of this week ahead, and funny enough, Manas, it's the rune of mankind. And so, first and foremost, there's no way that you can be perfect. So don't judge yourself heavily for how you have acted in the past. Nobody can be perfect. You know, you can have the strongest intuition in the world. You can be the most clear-minded individual. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be prone to people using you, abusing you, or not seeing something clearly, or this or that. You know, nobody's perfect. So that's message number 1. Message number 2, pay close attention to the motivations and intentions of those around you. Be skeptical this week, okay? When Manas comes out, to me, it represents that you have to understand that human nature is so complex. So when it comes to the other humans in your life, be skeptical. I'm not telling you to be paranoid and not trust anybody, but ask yourself, what is the motivation of this person? What are they trying to gain out of this? And just play your cards a little bit close to your chest this week is what I want to say. I don't know why I'm getting this message of sometimes the better course of action is to just disappear and focus on yourself and your own work and just be on the quieter side, okay? And that has nothing to do with the rune. It's just something that's intuitively coming up. Like, what if this is a week where you were just a little quiet and you didn't do anything particular to stir the pot, if that makes sense. You let the pot stir itself. And what I mean by that is not involving yourself in other people's dramas. If somebody wants to make very awful decisions, let them make awful decisions. And you just sort of keep your business over here, focusing on you. And that situation, that dramatic situation, may actually resolve itself faster if you don't get involved, as opposed to if you do. Another thing here with this, I would highly recommend thinking everything through thoroughly before you agree to any binding agreements, signing any contracts, or changing arrangements, okay? Whether that is living arrangements, relationship dynamics, agreeing to do work for people, anything like that, any binding agreements that you won't be able to easily get out of in the future. I'm not saying don't agree to anything this week. What I'm saying is thoroughly think it through, journal about it, and meditate on it. Ask yourself, what is this person's motivation? What is their aim? Is this aligned with me? And you know, very much, you could do all of that and it could be perfect for you. You could still proceed forward. You know, the message here is just think things through thoroughly because, we're on the tail end coming out of Mercury retrograde and we're entering into an eclipse season. And the moral of the story is just think things through, okay? Not to mention we are heading into Virgo season as well, which is very thorough. So the more thorough you are, the better things will be for you at this time, I believe. Another thing, Capricorn, is to not just get pushed along by events and what other people want. You have the ability to be assertive and control yourself and what you want, and this could be a time to take back some control. So the message here is to slow down, think things through, decide what do I want here and how am I going to influence how things unfold, looking at things from all angles and then acting in your best interest. Now, the one trait about Capricorn that people tend to overlook because you're an earth sign, Capricorn, you're also a cardinal sign, and what that means is that you could be very impatient at times. And it's like once your mind is made up, let's move forward with it. And so sometimes you may make these big sweeping decisions and changes to your dynamic quite spontaneously off of your whims. And so again, the message is to just think things through thoroughly. You have abundance coming out, very beautiful. And you know what's funny? I have this same exact plant outside and I was just looking at it right before your reading. So that's very funny. But yeah, I love that the abundance card's coming out for you. I do think that there is, I'm getting financial prosperity from this. Also time prosperity. There could be an increase in either free time or support around you that makes your life easier, or money. Okay, so it's feeling pretty good. There's some good vibes, good energy here this week. Let's get some more information. I feel like we definitely need some more details after all that, right? We have the Trout and Lily of the Valley with purification. Yeah, see? Keeping that energy clear, cleansed daily, okay? Do it daily. And then you also had the Snake and Fern with starting over. Okay, I am wondering, the phrase reconciliation just popped into my mind, and now this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get back together with an old friend or someone from your past or an ex or anything like that. It could be that sort of rejuvenation, death and rebirth process. This can also be just revisiting an old hobby or idea, or starting over in the sense of like mentally just sort of taking stock of your life and like, I don't know, the energies and the things that have happened recently. You may feel like you're starting over. Some of you guys, this could even be a move, and it's like, okay, starting over in a new area. There's definitely some sort of rejuvenation, reconciliation of self, shedding the old skin, beginning a new story. Whether that's in a completely new territory, completely new stories and relationships and everything being told, or if it's an old story, old relationship, old situation, and it's being purified, going through the darkness to release all of that old skin, shed all the old skin, and then out into the light once again. I am picking up on some reconciliation for energy for some of you guys watching, actually. And speaking of, we have the Knight of Cups coming out. This is love. This is also creativity. So very creative week. I feel like a lot of you guys may be getting started on some sort of new creative project, receiving a lot of ideas and inspiration from the universe. Also, I'm just kind of intuitively picking up on an increased sense of happiness and optimism this week for you. We have the Hanged Man coming out in reverse here. Okay, don't wait. One blockage that you may have been faced with these past several months, not even just this week, is whenever you find yourself getting into a headspace of waiting for that person to change, waiting for this opportunity to come around, waiting for this problem to resolve itself. When you find yourself waiting, you're in the wrong energy, and that's actually when you can sort of repel your blessings, okay? So I just want to say that I'm not saying that you're going to be embodying that waiting energy this week, but if you find yourself in that headspace ever, like just waiting for someone to change, waiting for communication, whatever, the message here is cleanse and purify. So do that energy cleanse, and then focus on the abundance. And what this means, and I explain this for Taurus as well, I believe. What this means is focus on what you do have in this present moment and not on what you don't have that you're waiting for, okay? So for example, if you're waiting for communication or a call back or an answer on something, instead of waiting by the phone, maybe you have a project that's half finished. Go focus on that instead. Maybe you have a friend that you wanted to hang out with. Go call them up instead. Maybe you have an area of your house that's really dirty. Go clean that instead. Maybe you really want to start working out more, so go work out instead. You know what I mean? It's like, instead of being in that waiting energy, redirect to your own creative and emotional growth that you're experiencing in life right now. Okay, so doing that practice of finding a source of pleasure elsewhere and not from the thing that you're waiting for will really actually get life moving forward for you. We have the King of Wands coming out upright. This is beautiful energy. There could be a divine masculine energy in your life. It doesn't have to be a man, but this could also be fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, doesn't have to be a fire sign either, but there's someone in your life who feels to be very enthusiastic. They bring a lot of inspiration and good ideas into your life. And I don't know, there's something here about a lot more feels possible with this person in your life. Maybe this is somebody who's always down to travel, and it's like, I've never had a travel buddy before, but now I have that because this person's into it. Or maybe they have great ideas around like starting a cool business with you, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. There's something here about somebody who is very inspirational that you're connecting with. And I love the beautiful peacock energy here. Also kind of giving Phoenix energy a bit. Kind of a little bit of both. This is probably a phoenix because their wings are literally on fire, but phoenix or peacock imagery may be signs that you're tapping into the right vibration, the right mindset. I feel like there's a message here of like, you've been oscillating, Capricorn, between this energy of waiting and making yourself a martyr, a victim in the process, versus feeling really on fire, inspired for the new things that are bubbling up in your life. And there's something about this week where the message is to sort of permanently keep yourself focused on the positive, the flow of abundance, so really stay conscious and vigilant about redirecting your mindset whenever you find yourself slipping back into that waiting game, that waiting energy. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're trying to break free from any relationships or situations in life that were really like having high highs and low lows, addictive cycles, addictive loops, trauma bonds, things like that. You're trying to purify that and leave that in the past. Okay, someone may be coming in with very hot and cold communication, or it's like at times it feels very promising that the thing that you were waiting for is coming in, and then other times it's like ice cold and you can't sense it at all. That's an addictive loop to be in, and you can start becoming very obsessed when those sort of loops happen, and that's what you want to avoid. And that's why I'm saying the energy of waiting is such a toxic place to be. And when you find yourself slipping into that waiting by the phone, hoping or whatever, shift gears, do something that is available to you right now. Two of Cups is coming out upright, so there's love here for sure. Like I said, for some of you, this can be a reconciliation. This can also be just friendships and family and just community in general. Beautiful one-on-one interpersonal connections feel strong at this time. I'm getting a message here of quality alone time. Like quality alone time, undistracted, nobody around to, have to put on a certain show. It's like you and someone else having heart-to-heart conversations because you're alone. You can be yourselves. Maybe it's a comfortable environment. Maybe you're at somebody's house. But it's going to be really fulfilling and nurturing. And then we have the Hierophant coming out in reverse as your final card out. And you're definitely taking the road less traveled. And the message here is to keep following your own intuition. You may be in a very nuanced life predicament right now. And traditional advice might not be the best advice for you at this time. The traditional method of how to proceed healthily might not necessarily apply to you at this time. And so you're being asked to just really stay connected to that flame within you that you keep like tapping into, and then it gets lost in the waiting, and then you tap into and then it gets lost in the waiting. Keep tapping into that and make your decisions from that peaceful, empowered place. Does that make sense? So when you find yourself feeling very like at peace, centered, all is right in the world, I know exactly why everything's happening the way it's happening. When you're in that place, that is where you want to make your decisions from, not the other energy that you find yourself oscillating into, where you're waiting, you're hoping, you're focused on the lack. You don't want to make decisions from that place. Okay, and that's why the original message was to take your time, Capricorn. If you find yourself trying to make an impulsive decision from that place, it's going to lead to circumstances that you don't want. Whereas if you keep only communicating and making decisions from that more empowered, peaceful place, you're going to get what you want. Does that make sense? So I feel right now actually kind of like two timelines for Capricorn, and your energy has been like back and forth oscillating, like the snake slithering between both of those timelines. And there's interesting points of synchronicity between both of those timelines, like a starting over process, a purification process, whatever. But it's like, keep tapping into the abundance mindset within yourself right now in the present moment. And I promise you'll get what you want from the situation. Okay, make decisions from that place. Also, love is in the air, guys. You have the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups upright, so this could involve a relationship for some of you. Anyways, yeah, I hope this reading made sense. Definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of the week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you've not already, and if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, my shamanic life transformation coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. And if you want to leave a donation to the channel, all donations go back into the channel in the form of editing software, filming equipment, tarot and oracle decks. And if you want me to use your donation for something in particular, just let me know and I will definitely use it for that. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.